Hello, hello. Hopefully my audio settings are set. If someone can let me know if they can hear me at all.
We can hear you on Twitch.
Perfect. Okay, and hopefully you guys can hear yourselves as well. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Blue Rune Rich. Thank you, appreciate it, and thank you, Anti-Shock. Welcome, everyone, to the first session of a brand new campaign called the Eveorian Chronicles, where we are going to be playing in a world that has this elvish dynasty empire ruling over a continent, and the players are being thrusted in kind of in a point where the empire is starting to show cracks. So some political intrigue at its finest, with some moral ambiguity here and there. It's gonna be real fun. And again, this is session 1, so we may be coming in a little bit rusty, but we're gonna find our steps along the way, and we're happy to have anyone join us for this campaign. Okay, so most of you who kind of already have seen some of the games that I've run know me. I'm DMG Fitz. You can find me using that social handle on all social media platforms. I run D&D here on Mondays now and Thursdays, and sometimes you'll see me on D stream if you follow her as well on Sundays in Curse of Strahd. I'm going to turn it over to the players to give them a chance to kind of introduce themselves. That way you guys get to know who is at the table and who's playing what and how and so forth and so on. I'm going to start with Holly. I'm going to start with you.
I would like to state that I am not playing a human.
Oh.
You have me labeled as human.
I can fix that.
I'm the only human.
I'll fix that in the post, don't worry.
We'll fix that next session.
Because you're an Eldrin, right?
Eldrin, yeah. I'm an
Eldrin. Say
Eldrin.
human. That's so weird.
I don't know. But I'm playing a warlock, so you got that part right.
There's only one human.
There is.
Already off to a great start, guys.
Amazing start. We love it. I don't know why I went first.
Sorry, you were the first one I saw. That's how it worked.
I don't know what to say other than I'm playing in a warlock and I'm not human. I would like to state that. But
okay. All right. That's fine.
That works.
Okay. Don't worry. These introductions get easier as we keep doing this.
That works.
Let's go to Paul.
Hello, everyone. I'm Paul. Let's see. I'll be playing a lizard folk druid by the name of Bruick Shba. Let's see. A bit about me. I'm a college student right now, studying environmental geoscience. Hoping to get into law school, maybe. So, see how that goes. But yeah, excited to be here.
All right. Thank you, Paul. Let's go to Gabs and Moon.
Hi, I'm Gabs. I am playing this campaign a Eldrin Paladin Druid. And she is a twin sister to my sister Moon's character. You can just talk.
I'm playing Atlas, also an Eldrin, who is also the twin sister of her character.
Right.
And opposite in a way, design-wise at least.
I'm interested in seeing how you two take this dynamic. I've never had siblings actually play siblings at a table, so this will be fun, I'm sure.
At least I've got practice.
Yes, they've got all the practice. Shelly Park, thank you for letting us know. I forgot I do ads now, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't actually decide when the ads show.
Hi, Mom.
They just show. We'll continue on and then we'll circle back. Let's dive into Jay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. First time playing tabletop Dungeons and Dragons. Obviously, first time doing this online as well, so very excited. And I'm going to be playing tonight a halfling cleric which I think I'm going to go life domain, but that's still a little bit TBD. Named Marit Ashwell.
Kill you.
Thank you. Matt, last but not least.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. I wanted to check I was actually still in frame because I keep moving my camera. Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing a human ranger, being the only human in the party, so this should be interesting. Being the only human in a party full of non-humans never goes well.
In an empire that's ran by elves.
An empire run by elves, yeah. It's gonna be interesting.
And then.
And if you see me staring down, I'm trying to get down something that I had an idea for earlier. I am still paying attention. I am actively here.
Totally
I apologize in advance if I look a bit odd and all you can see is the top of my head.
Totally fine. And for my players, feel free at any point if you need to go to the bathroom or get something to eat. You can turn that camera off, no problem. I'll try to have a scheduled break, probably in the hour break. Probably in an hour, we'll probably take a quick break so we can, bio break, whatever it is you need to take care of. And then so tonight, I think tonight overall we're shooting for about 2.5 hours worth of content. So hopefully we'll get pretty far. I have an idea of where the players are going to end up by the end of this session and where they're going to continue from that point on. Audience, I know you're ready. Players, are you ready?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Don't worry, Mom. No spiders this time.
Let's see. Let me just
Yes.
adjust the music, and then we'll begin.
Also, to clarify for the people not aware, yes, my mother. I'm not kidding when I say hi, Mom.
Okay. Players, if you're on Roll20, I will direct your attention to a picture that I'm going to put you on, just to give you an idea of a visual to work off of. And so we begin. For thousands of years, 4,000 years to be exact, the Empire has stood. It has outlived kings and calamities, outlasted gods and wars, and have endured every storm that history could throw at it. Empires have risen and fallen around it, yet still it stands, vast, ordered, and unbroken. Or so we tell ourselves. We say the Empire is strong because its banners still fly. We say it's stable because its roads still run true. We say it is just because its laws still hold. But empires do not collapse in fire alone. They crack quietly. They strain beneath the weight of their own success. The world you inherit is one shaped by careful hands. Hands that build, record, regulate, and remember. Every stone laid, every law written, every story has told, been shaped by someone who believed they were protecting the future. Yet even the strongest foundations can hide fractures. Some houses believe order must be preserved at any cost. Some believe progress must never be restrained. Some believe truth is too dangerous to be spoken aloud. And some believe the world must burn so it can be remade correctly. All of them call this stability. The Empire still stands, but it no longer agrees with itself. And now at the edge of that silence, something is beginning to shift. You may not see it yet, you may not hear it spoken aloud, but the ground beneath the Empire is no longer still. And history, long patient, is beginning to stir. Players. Light snow drifts across the countryside like a thin shroud, patchy, uneven, refusing to hide the bleakness of the guard outpost. The ground is half frozen mud, half frosted grass, pocked with footprints and old blood. A wooden scaffold dominates the yard, crude and utilitarian, its chopping block already slick with meltwater. a line of prisoners kneel in the slush. Shackles bite into wrists and ankles. Breath hangs in the cold air like pale ghosts trying to escape. The Imperial Herald steps forward, wrapped in heavy furs, adorned with the crest of House Brenthor. He unrolls a long parchment with ceremonious gravity, clearing his throat aloud enough to echo against the outpost walls. In the name of Lord Marshal Arendor Brenthor of House Brenthor, his voice begins. The following individuals stand condemned for crimes against the Empire. He begins to scan a list, eyes cold and indifferent. Holly Moontree, crimes against the city, theft of medical supplies, slander of the crown, and the uttering of treasonous curses against the imperial family. Condemned to death. He moves to the next. Merritt Ashwill, crimes against the gods, blasphemy and embezzlement of temple funds. Moving on to the next. Atlas Synthalia, crimes against the city, theft of martial supplies, theft of provisions, and unauthorized entry into imperial territory. Briuk, crimes against lords and nobles, attempted murder, and aggravated assault. And last but not least, Jonathan Castellan, crimes against lords and nobles, harboring an enemy of the state, and treason. And he spits on the ground. Over the next course of 10 minutes, other prisoners are brought. More charges are read. You hear names such as Davin Crestwell, who was charged with crimes against the peace, illegal gambling, tax evasion, repeatedly disorderly conduct. You hear a name such as Marilla Thornbrook, crimes against imperial property, arson, and destruction of government storehouses. Rurik Stoneback, crimes against the roads, banditry, and unlawful seizure of merchant cargo. The list goes on. All present have been judged. All are hereby sentenced to death in the name of Arendor Brenthor of House Brenthor. The executioner steps forward. Broad shoulders, thick leather apron, and an axe with a blade that gleams despot and scars. He plants the axe in the block with a heavy thunk, and the guards begin their grime work. The first prisoner is dragged forward. The axe rises. The axe falls. A dull crack, wet sounds, snow receiving its first sting. A second prisoner is hauled up. Someone whimpers. Another tries to pray. A guard kicks them silent. The axe rises. The axe falls. The herald keeps his chin high, unwilling to look away. The execution continues, methodical and merciless, one after another, until the rhythm of death becomes almost mechanical. And then it breaks, not from a shout, not from a plea, but from hoofbeats. A lone rider approaches from the road, slow, deliberate, unhurried. A tall, dark horse breathes steam into the air as it carries its rider through the falling snow. The figure wears a long coat, hood low, postured, relaxed, in a way that draws the eye precisely because everyone else here is tense. Guards turn. The executioner pauses, axe suspended in mid-swing. The herald bristles at the interruption but doesn't dare speak. He waves his hand and the axe falls again. The rider dismounts, and as they do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Merritt, the guards hoist you up and put you on the executioning block. You feel blood soak your chest and your neck as you're pushed down heavily. You begin to pray like you've never prayed before. As the rider dismounts casually, brushing snow from their shoulders, they walk toward the officer in charge with the casual economy of someone who is exactly where they plan to be. A purse of coin appears in their gloved hand, passed quietly into the officer's palm. Another purse changes hands with the herald. A third goes to the executioner, who is just about to bring his axe down. Merritt, you might even feel a sense of peace that's interrupted very quickly by the harsh reality of what's going on around you. A final, heavier purse disappears into the coat of the ranking guard captain. A silent understanding spreads like fire through dry grass. The officer clears his throat and gestures sharply. Unshackle those individuals immediately. The guards move quickly, almost too quickly, rushing to obey before someone changes their mind. All of you are seized and dragged by your feet, keeping the shackles on and locked. And you're dragged about 30 feet to a shack. It's dark, cramped, smelling of straw and old damp timber. The door slams behind you, again, still shackled, muffling the sound of the executioner resuming his work outside as more are executed. Inside, the rider leans against a support beam, lowering their hood. Their eyes are sharp and blue, assessing, and utterly unsurprised by the chaos outside. As he pulls back his hood, you can see long black hair, pointy ears, a bit of scruff. Their voice, controlled, confident. You've been purchased. At least that's what they say. Your lives now belong to the Ebon-clad. You have a unique and very fortunate opportunity here. I represent a faction that is interested in working with you. Each of you have skills and traits that would serve my patrons well. And if you choose to join, you'd be given a second chance. But it comes with a price. 50,000 gold, to be exact. You earn this debt when you join, and through us, you will pay it off. Once paid off, you are free. So, you can die now, or live in debt. What say you, players?
So, like, I just have to pay you all this money back, or is there someone else in charge?
You will complete tasks for the Ebon-clad, contracts that come with a pay, and through that pay, you'll earn your debt.
No. But I'd rather not die yet. So I think I'll join you.
He looks to each of the others.
I have one condition. No one asks about my past.
It's fair enough, because we don't care about your past.
Good. Fine.
Might as well.
This is acceptable.
I didn't come
Is there
out
an
this way
This
out
is the
here.
path the Radiant Mother has for me, then I will take it.
Moon?
I didn't come all this way out here just to die, so I'm in.
Do we keep our identities, or do we craft new ones?
That's for you to decide. I will take one thing from you, and that is an oath. He throws down a dagger, and he goes around with that dagger still on the ground. He goes around and starts to unshackle each of you with a key. All I want is your blood. Once I have a sample of your blood, we can begin our work.
I mean, no disrespect, but can I use my own weapon?
By all means. And you can see he gestures over to this to the edge of this shack that you're in, which is there's a bunch of supplies. Probably most of it stuff that was taken from you guys, but you find other things in there like farming equipment or like old weaponries or rations or whatever. But you can find your stuff assorted throughout the shack.
I'm gonna wander over, grab my stuff,
I
and he just sort of stands there holding the sword, staring at it for a second before basically just ripping the blade, pulling, and just walks over to the guy with his hand bleeding.
He takes your hand and you can see he tilts it so that way blood begins to drip, and he takes out a little vial and it collects. And when it does, you can see that there's already some kind of solution inside of it, very clear, very transparent. And when the blood drops in, the blood isolates itself in the middle of this clear liquid, almost as if it's suspending in midair, even though there is this transparent liquid. He caps it, puts it away, and waits for the next.
And I'm just gonna sort of grip my hand tightly. You see it sort of tossed over for a second, and then he lets go.
Thalia, she will, which I should probably describe her, so that way, viewers, you have an idea of what she looks like. I am playing like mentioned, an Eldrin. She has long black hair and flowers that are just flowing through it. And right now she has them in in like twin braids. And she's just gonna kind of bounce up to the knife and pull it out of the ground and be like, okay, and kind of poke her finger and wander over to the guy.
Through the same process, he allows your blood to drip into a receptacle with the same clear solution, same description as before. He caps it, puts it away, and waits expectantly for each of the others to do the same.
Molly's gonna take the dagger from her, wipe it on her pant leg, and poke her finger with it, and then walk over.
Same process as before.
Bart will step forward and ask, but I don't understand. Why were we selected, and what happens to the rest of them?
The rest of them die, as planned, and you were chosen for whatever reason. I didn't choose you. I'm just here to enforce what was decided.
You do not have any more point to be able to save the rest.
That's not how this works.
He'll kind of look over his shoulder to see if he can get one final look. I guess as the list continues and the line continues, and grab the dagger and I guess poke his thumb and let the blood drop in.
Same as the process before. He looks to the lizard folk and waits expectantly.
This whole time, Brioke's been kind of, I don't know, not necessarily standing far from the group. He's kind of off the side, kind of eyeing everyone distrustfully. And as the temperature kind of shifted to him, he kind of cocks his head and says, "What would a Nitsen like you require my blood for?"
We use the blood to track you. Those who we recruit into the Ebenclad. Very few there have been who have done it, but some try to run. when they are given a second chance at life. This is a way for us to track you, in case you decide to forget your debt.
Kind of nods, thinks for a moment. And I accept. And he kind of walks over. Instead of using the dagger to get his own blood, so turns out they have really sharp fangs. He kind of pricks his thumb on one of his teeth and kind of gets the blood that way.
Yeah, I feel kind of weird the fact that I'm the only one that didn't just prick my finger. Everyone's doing like diabetes test pricks, and I'm just like cutting my hand open. Oh shit.
Collecting the last bit of samples, he stows them away. He says, "Good. Before I give you your first quest, are there any questions?"
By us.
Like I said before, I'm just here to enforce what was asked.
Like, are you like us? Like, were you about to die too? And are you just doing this to pay off your own debt? Or.
Every single member of the Ebenclad started in the same position that you are. We all share the same experiences. And some do leave after their debt is paid, and then some stay. We don't ask each other our private lives, but that much is known.
So there is a way out.
There is.
We at least know your name.
Ishane. And I will go ahead and give you guys access to the first NPC within your NPC folder.
NPC. NPC.
I'm not sure what it shows you on your side. I clicked share. I don't know what it shows you. If it doesn't show
I
you
can see
anything.
the sheet.
Okay, I
Not
got
showing.
Hold on. I'll
Not
share.
great for seeing the image.
I got you guys. Don't worry. There you go. Oh, I only sent that to Paul. Paul's my favorite, guys. Just so you guys know.
I get it. You have your favorites.
There we go. Now,
It's a shame he's got a new
Oh.
favourite.
Now, on to more business. The Ebenclad has much use for you. In order to work out the 50,000 gold debt that you owe the Ebenclad now, that you've been given a second chance at life, is to complete quests, contracts that people come to the Ebenclad for. You'll find yourselves completing contracts that most would ignore, avoid. It might put you in a precarious stance, but, well, you had the choice of death or this, and you chose this. So we're going to get our usefulness out of you. And once that 50,000 is paid off, you're free to go. Hopefully, you don't die before then. And if you do, we have at least got a little coin out of you first. Your first quest. There's a woman.
Oh, already? Okay.
There's a woman named Tessa Graybrook. And she has fled after giving testimony in a local case involving smuggling, bribery, and corruption. Someone has quietly hired the Ebenclad, us, to retrieve her before word spreads, or before someone else gets to her first. Your party is being hired for the job. Find her, secure her until the Ebenclad can retrieve her. This contract pays 5,000 gold, 4,500 which will go to each of your debts. The rest you'll get to keep. You'll keep 500. And share
Could we then choose to put that 500 towards the dead as well, if we chose?
No. It'll be 500 for you to keep and do what you will. It'll be your living expenses. We'll keep it at that.
Understood. Thought it was worth clarifying.
What I'm going to do now, players, is I'm going to pivot to the world map. And as he's kind of describing most of this, you guys are getting geared up, putting everything back the way it was before you were taken by these guards. Each of you arrived at this destination in different stances and different times, but your gear is here for the most part, and you're able to retrieve it. And as he's discussing what's going on, you can hear that the culling outside is done. And now guards are trying to pick bodies up and heads and dispose of them. You guys are about 3 days away from Failthwin. Ishine tells you that this individual, this Tessa, departed Austin Ethill from the east and is heading west to this village, Failthwin. Again, she's on the run, and your job is to find her and secure her. She is a key witness in some kind of plot that the courts need to solve, and she's running for her dear life. He warns you and says you probably shouldn't go around just saying you're members of the Ebenclad. There's mixed reputation amongst the people of the Empire, depending on who you ask. On the front-facing portion, we're mostly just mercenaries. We'll take care of bounty missions that are legal. Take, escorts, bodyguards. But of course, there is always the dirtier side within the Empire that we tend to find ourselves. Pays more. This just so happens to be a job that maybe most of you can stomach. This Tessa individual is an innocent woman, but we've been hired to make sure that she does not get killed, taken, broken, what have you. I need you to travel to Failthwin and find her. And protect her until Ebenclad support can meet you there and retrieve her and take her back to Austin Ethill. And from that point, we'll discuss your next steps. Are there any questions?
Do you have a visual description of them?
Yes. Let me pull it up.
Because it might be... he just sort of looks at the guy, because it might be difficult to find a person we don't know who we're looking.
She is in her late 20s. 5'3", thin, hair is brown, tangled. She will probably be malnourished. She's been on the run for... It's about a 14-day travel from Austin Ethill to Failthwin, so she's probably going to be dirty, malnourished, hungry, starving. But the general description is a short, youngish woman with brown hair. Again, her name is Tessa, but if she's smart, she won't use that name.
Do we know at this point why she would flee to Failwell? Is there any information on family members or any points of contact there?
None that the Ebenclad are aware of. We understand that the roads head west from there naturally, and she's no survivalist, so she's not taking to the woods. If she did, she might have head south, but reports say she was heading east, or west. My guess is if she's scared, she might be heading to Ostherial, hit the ports, go to Aethor. If she's no longer within the Empire, she can't be brought to the court's attention.
Long trek to Luby. Though to be fair, probably.
She had a head start. Most looked for the ports at Austin Hill. No one expected her to run on foot. She's cunning. So keep your wits about you.
I was gonna say she could be heading north of us, trying to get out that way.
Well, she barely has anything. I doubt she has protective clothing to keep her.
But I don't think
warm
she'd
in
be
the
able to.
winter.
You see, I'm just standing there like full furs.
And once we've acquired this prey, where should we meet you?
You can secure her at Failthwin and I'll meet you there.
Anywhere in particular in Failthwin?
It's a small village. Stay somewhere populated.
So, just carries on buckling everything together while for everyone.
Okay.
How do we? Is that where you're headed, or do we need to make some sort of contact with you once we've secured Tessa?
No, once you hit Failthwin, find the girl. I'll be arriving shortly.
Understood. And I just start walking out of where we are.
You open
Gonna
up,
leave the little shack and just sort of look back towards the Lord Commander.
who's not making eye contact with you, by the way. They're avoiding you outright. In fact, it's almost as if you guys are ghosts to these people. They don't acknowledge you at all. As they're cleaning up the execution grounds, blood staining the snow, and bodies kind of being piled up along with the heads. For the most part, I mean, you guys are free to go at this point, heading south.
What do we know
I
about
need-
this place? Is this place a sorry to interrupt? Is this place just like a random outpost, or is this kind of what the Empire goes to for these types of executions?
It's a good question. For all intents and purposes, this is a random outpost on the countryside. This is not a formal place. It may even seem inconspicuous. It's a good question. It does kind of linger on your mind why this location.
So I rolled to see whether or not I'm gonna be an ass.
You roll to see if you're gonna be an ass.
Yep, because I
Okay.
was like, I don't know if I would do this. And as we're leaving, he just sort of looks back and just goes, "Drinks are on me next time, Lord Marshal." And just salutes him and walks.
He does stop. He does stop. There is that reaction that you get, but he's got enough coin in his pocket to let that slide.
So,
Question.
like, are we all
One of you go.
Mine was going to be more
Okay,
in
quick.
character, so if there's a genuine question, you go ahead.
Okay. Is there a chance I could have perhaps taken some winter clothes? Because a guy's from a desert, so he's definitely not used to all this white snow and white sand that's everywhere.
Yeah, that's a fair question. I mean, within the 3-day travel, you'll probably hit probably a better climate within 2 days of travel. But until that 2 days, it is kind of harsh for you. You're more than welcome to pick from the bodies.
Yeah, he's definitely going to take some stuff, so make a note.
Okay.
Oh, also, you mentioned there was like farming equipment stuff in the shack.
Yeah, like just like random equipment.
Before we left, could I have grabbed like a logging axe? Something like that.
A what?
A logging axe.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
because I've just realised that I don't have one.
Okay.
And he just sort of slings it over. He's just walking along with it over his shoulder,
Okay.
blade pointed down. And basically, just the first dead tree I see along the journey, I'm
I think more as people are trying to collect their things, would probably turn to wherever he can see some dead bodies and probably get a little bit on his knees and start whispering prayers to the bodies. We like what he can see right now. It seems like they're just kind of being dumped in a pile.
Hmm.
They're not. There's no burial or anything like that, right?
Yeah, there's no burning. Not at least yet. You're not sure what they're gonna do with these bodies, but they are kind of piled on top of each other.
Okay, yeah, he's just going to be kind of whispering to himself. You guys would see him. Our prayer.
Yeah, and as you do that, you can look over and see this unique individual scaled, perusing the bodies for clothes. It almost interrupts you and disturbs you, but you continue on nonetheless. Okay. Well, the 6 of you collect yourselves in this small moment of fortune and favor, and you begin to head south with the idea of death kind of heavy on your head, having just narrowly escaped it. There's a lot to look forward to. Who is leading the charge south?
Guess I probably would be, since I was the first person to walk out.
Okay.
Unless anyone actively runs past me and wants to take the lead, feel free.
No, but actually, Thalia will kind of, almost with a very big bounce in her step, bounce up to you and be like, "So, I guess we're all in this together. I honestly forgot your name. What's your name? Because I think like we should all at least know each other's names."
Was that directed at me? Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Same thing. Wait, was this me?
Yes.
You can just call me Jace. It's long-winded, and we don't have the energy to go through long-winded until we've rest.
Cool. Well, nice to meet you, Jace. I'm Thalia. My sister's back there somewhere. Her name's Atlas. Ignore her. She's gonna be kind of moody. She's been moody for so long.
I have a weird question. Probably going to be a thing for players rather than DM. If I look back and look at the group, does anyone actually look like they're prepared for this kind of weather?
For the most part,
Holly would be.
Definitely not me.
I'll say for the most part, I think it's just the lizard folk that would be the most ill prepared.
Okay.
He's definitely shivering in his timbers right now.
He just sort of looks back and just goes, "This is going to be a long drive."
Okay.
And then while we're on the way, I am looking for any wind-blown trees, or standing dead trees. I'm just looking for dead wood, or like dead dry wood along the.
I mean, it's kind of hard.
Specifically trying to find, if possible, any that are about, or anything longer than 7, about 8 inches in diameter, if possible.
Okay. I mean, at first it's just really hard because it's a lot of snow on the ground, and most of the wood, if I mean, there's little that is not wet. I mean, that is not dry. Anything that's fallen down onto the ground is pretty much soaked for the most part, unless you chop it down yourself.
Okay. I'm if there's any that are like standing but dry, I'm quite happy to cut it down.
Yeah,
I just want to try and get, if possible, 4 logs about 7 feet long with about an 8 radius.
I would say every now and then there's a moment where you find a sample of what you're looking for.
Maybe
and
6.
It's like every.
But there's 6 of us, right?
Yeah, there's 6 of you. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, maybe 6.
Okay.
It'll be better to have 3. It'll make sense in a minute.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you eventually find like a good sample source of where, and it's probably a place for everyone to kind of sit down and rest as, find cover from the wind, the howling cold wind that's hitting everyone. Find a quick shelter around some rock face and just let you go to town. While Jace is chopping down trees for the rest of you, what's going through your head?
And he is going to de-fur. He's taking the fur off of the cloak and just sort of hangs it off the back. Because it's like very warm.
Okay. What's the rest of you doing? What's going through your heads as he's chopping down these trees?
Oh,
Or-
sorry. You go ahead.
Yeah, I think Marth is understanding as Jay starts to cut trees that it's survival mode now. The 5 people that he sees in front of him might be the people that carry him through this. He's not super comfortable with being out in the wild. Definitely not comfortable with what's been asked and what has transpired in the last couple of hours. So he's real nervous. But yeah, he kind of comes up to the group and just very nervously just bows and kind of apologizes and says, I'm sorry that we're all here together. I might as well introduce myself. My name is Mart, and what you see is very short halfling. He's got blonde hair. He still has the blood on the side of his face from when he was pushed into the execution block that he hasn't quite wiped off yet. Hasn't hit him yet. Yeah, no facial hair, but yeah, you see a pretty young halfling. What do we do next? I've never been in this situation before.
Survive.
That answer may not be satisfying enough, Mario, but it's an answer.
I mean, it's the perfect answer.
I actually didn't hear anything. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Paul. Try again.
All right, so he would say survive, and that's kind of the only thing he says. No context, no anything, just the word.
That's fair. I'm glad I'm with you guys at least. I wouldn't be able to do this on my own.
There's for those of you with a passive insight of, let's say, 15. There's a very knowing naivety to Marit's disposition here. Now you can choose to act on that if you will, or just clock it.
I mean, I'm actively not paying attention, so I'm actively staring at a tree. I'm not gonna notice shit.
Yeah. One, don't have the passive bleh.
Insight.
Thank you. I don't have the passive insight to pass it. And 2, she's probably honestly just kind of going to be hopping around. And can I make a survival? Or something just to look around and see if there's any forageable winter foods around?
There's no need for the survival. You can find small things here and there that might be sustainable for the time being. Nothing of like full descript, but like you can find small things here and there that you can forage for, whether it be berries or mushrooms that are kind of like found its home underneath like a rock that kind of tipped over a little and kind of made a little alcove. There's a few things you could find. Nothing to make full rations out of, but you can find some things.
All right, I will be forging those.
Okay.
Atlas is just kind of. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Okay. Atlas is just gonna, I guess, catch up with Alia and kind of try and, I guess, help her look for some of these forgeable things. Maybe looking at a couple different places that her sister might not be.
Okay.
Also, Fitz, if you wouldn't mind, just read the roll 20 quick.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm not even looking at it now. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I wasn't looking at it before.
That's right. He's got like the 2 logs down. Get some actual like green living wood, just like some twig. I mean, maybe. And he's going to put 1 log on the ground, in either side of it, and then put another log so it's on top of it, but the ones either side of it are holding it on top. He's going to pull out 2 pythons, put 1 under each side of the log, and he's going to light the bottom log on fire with Druidcraft.
Okay.
And if anyone knows their survivalism stuff, called a Rakavalkia, or a Finnish gap fire, and it will burn 1 hour per inch of the radius of the log without any tending. Once it's lit, it will just stay for the entire time based on how thick it is. So that's why I wanted about 8 inches thick, so it will last about 8 hours.
Okay. And is this something that that's portable? You're just taking this or wherever you go?
No, it's just going to cut down new logs wherever we get to.
Got it. Okay. Just making sure.
So the reason he's got the lengths at about 7 feet is because you want it to be longer than your body, so that you can lay next to it, and it will give permanent heat source throughout the entire night without any tending.
Got it. Okay.
So he's getting 6 logs, so he can have 3 stacks of 2, and you can put 1 person each side of it, so you've got a heat source in between you.
Okay. Ryuk, you notice that Jace is doing this, and you start to take note. Like that, there's an itch in the back of your head thinking, how can this be utilized? Is this something that you can redo off memory, or do you need to ask questions, or whatever goes through your head as you see him construct these places, or these different contraptions to make sure that there is enough, I guess, warmth in this little sector. But those things kind of run through your head.
Once I've done
I imagine.
3...
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go.
I imagine once the fire comes up, he's kind of like, ooh. Green kind of shuffles over, kind of stands almost like uncomfortably near you as you're kind of letting the whole fire kind of looking down at you. And he's like, I am not familiar with this technique of yours. Perhaps you can teach me?
Yeah, no, sure. I use these, and he just pulls out like kittens that you would use for climbing a rock. But I use these. You could use living tree branches about size if you wanted. You just need to make sure there's a gap between 2 logs, maybe only a couple of inches. Because if they're directly on top of each other, it will smother the fire. You need enough gap that the fire will stay lit. But as long as there's a gap between them, it will last about the width of the thing in hours. So it's about 8 inches thick, so long.
And it's made of this thing called wood? That's what you
Yes.
call it?
Yeah.
Yes. Interesting.
You want it to be
It's
dry,
kind of-
so you want to try and find the trees that aren't living. That you don't want to make sure they're not green on the inside. You want them to be almost a sandy color. As he sort of leans down and
Good.
points at the end of one of the logs, and it's dead dry wood.
Kind of nods. Doesn't really acknowledge anything, just kind of sitting there, nodding along. If you guys haven't noticed, he's not very talkative, so
And he's sort of, once he's got all 3 lit, he's going to get everyone and just, your best bet's to go in pairs, feel free to choose who goes where. One on each side of it. As long as you lay next to it, you should be warm all night. It will stay lit without any tending, so you should be fine. Does anyone have food, or do you want me to go and find?
You have you were given, we'll say, at least enough days rations to get to Failthorn. Once you get to Failthorn, you're gonna need to either procure, hunt, or fashion yourself some kind of rations. So rations aren't necessarily rare right now.
Okay. So suggestion is you're gonna lay towards the fire, lay with your back to it. If you lay with your face to it, your face full of smoke in the middle of the night, the wind, and wake yourself up.
Anybody know how long it's going to take us to get to this town?
About 3 days. Right? Am I reading that correctly? About 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
So we'll probably get there on the 3rd? Evening of the 3rd day, I'm thinking, right?
Yes, evening.
There you go.
So, am I to understand, Jace, that you kind of constructed this for like a long rest, if you will?
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm effectively getting to the point where I'm like, we've all had a very long day. I feel like this is a point where everyone just needs to chill. Because this is a point where we've all had a very stressful day, and traveling when you're too stressed and not paying attention is death.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, the rest of you, as maybe you felt like you wanted to push on, there's a moment where Jace here kind of stops everyone, constructs these contraptions for warmth, and says, you know, hey, if we're gonna continue doing this, we need to rest. There's no way we can do this on fumes and high emotions. So the lot of you begin to take that time to kind of take stock of what you're coming away from. You almost died. You were almost beheaded. The Empire almost struck you down. And a lot of you may be sitting in those feelings as you're resting. Holly, what might be going through your head as you're bunkering down for rest? What immediate thoughts play? Might be some audio issues.
We're still having some technical difficulties. Her headset is...
Oh, okay. If she's texting somewhere, I'm not looking, so just keep me abreast of that.
That was DM'd to me. Just noticed.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any of that.
That would explain why.
Okay.
Okay. Headset issues are happening.
Alright, so we'll come back to her then. Moon, your sister seems to be upbeat despite the fact that, you know, you were almost killed. What's going through your head?
It's on. Okay. I didn't know if it was on or not. Atlas is just kind of trying to get over the fact that they were almost murdered. That her sister is a little too cheery for her liking.
Okay.
Because normally that's you're not that cheery after you're almost killed and you're wanted.
This may be,
and I guess she.
It may be normal for that sometimes, depending on the mood that your sister's in. But go ahead.
But she's just kind of, you know, sitting there relaxing, trying to, I guess, wrap her head around all of this. Because her and her sister have gone this long way out here only to get in trouble. Like, a lot of it.
Okay.
And she was kind of the one that, I guess, drugged them out here. So she might be blaming herself a little bit.
Okay. Send a quick text. Give me 1 second. Write something down.
Otherwise, she's not doing much. She's just kind of, I guess, keeping to herself right now.
Okay. You know, a lot of you heard crimes listed off. Each of you kind of heard some things. Some of them may have sounded worse than others. Does any of it ruminate for some of you?
Please forget that the T word was mentioned.
Okay. We'll try to pretend that one wasn't used.
Yeah, we'll just pretend that one wasn't there. Yeah, yeah. We okay with that?
Mart, how about you?
I think he was probably a little bit more focused in on just being brought slowly to the chopping block to have really been listening in. But I know he heard at least one of our members kind of called out for murder or potential murder. So he'd probably be more interested in that, but again, he doesn't really know who that was.
That's a fair point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do recall someone being charged with murder at some point. Do you speak on that, or do you kind of let it sit?
I think at this stage, no, I think Mara probably wouldn't kind of speak that boldly. Just kind of being with the group for a couple of hours so far, he wouldn't necessarily call out and say, "Hey, who's our murderer here?" But or potential murderer. But it's definitely on his mind. He definitely remembers it. So yeah, they wouldn't call anything out.
Okay. Atlas, are any of the crimes? Actually, no, Thalia. Did any of the crimes sit with you? Anything that stood out to you, or that you wanted to speak on, or ponder?
Not really. If I'm honest, I was looking at all my spells and stuff, and she was probably just thinking about her cantrips and spells and being like, okay, it's metal.
How do
What
I get
can I
out
do
of
with
this?
these?
I like how we've already found an in-canon reason for why information may be glossed over for Thalia.
Like,
Jason's just sort of staring at the floor like, oh god, why did they have to use the big T word?
Okay. Holly, how's our audio?
I hope it's working.
Oh yeah, we hear
I'm
you.
not sure if I
We
sound
hear you.
okay. Okay.
Alright.
Hello, everybody. We fixed it for the time being.
I'm gonna pivot to you real quick.
Okay.
It's only been maybe 2.5 hours since you were freed, and you've been traveling with this group, given a mission. You heard some things said by the Herald, crimes, some of the things that these other individuals have committed alongside you, not at the same time, but they all share something in common of some sorts, or at least of origin here. What does it speak to you? What do you think of these things?
She's not one to judge. She really isn't. So it's kind of one of those, she hears what they've done and is just like, all right then, I know not to mess with you. But other than that, I mean, she did come close to death, but who hasn't? So she's kind of more laid back, I think, than anybody else in the bar about everything.
Now, there were some crimes that maybe stood out to you, specifically. And maybe you mull those over in your head from time to time. Take note of them. Okay.
As everything's winding down, I'm just sort of gonna look over and say, who'd you try and kill?
Um, let's see, ask that. So imagine like this whole time everyone's kind of like settling down, and Brioke's just very much like as close to the fire as he can possibly get without burning himself.
Hmm.
But once he asks that, kind of looks over and he says, "It does not matter, at least to one as like you. I is my own."
Oh no, no judgment. No, just thought, out of curiosity. Seems like we're kind of in this together, so I thought it might be a conversation starter for everything that's happening.
And he doesn't respond, just keeps staring into the fire. As a side note, he is kind of like a rude character. I promise I'm not being rude. Yeah.
We love a player who will make that distinction for us known. I love that.
Wait. You like actually killed somebody? Wait, when was that said? Like, what?
Is not death the way of life? I do not see why this should be bothering you.
Oh, no, okay. Not really if it was an elf, but I also know that with shorter lived races, it's like a whole thing. And I know that it's a whole thing, so that's why I'm like so curious.
Quick question to DM. What was the race of the guy he was trying to kill?
It
I
would
don't
have
think I
been.
wrote that down.
It would have been. Actually, let me double check my notes real quick. It would have been human.
Good to know.
I'll say for all intents and purposes, there is a moment where sleep kind of begins to take each of you, and you drift off. There's watches, but we won't get into the whole watch order in the first session, at least not right now. But there's watches, and you guys are safe for the night. And as promised, as the DM said, you'll get a bio break and so forth. So we're gonna take a quick pause here, and when we come back from our break, it'll be the journey ahead and what dangers may lurk before you hit Failthwin. So if you're watching, I appreciate you guys. Feel free to stay and come back on later. We're gonna take a break so players can go to the bathroom, take care of things, and so also I can take care of things. So feel free to come back a little bit. I don't have exact timing, but we'll put it in the chat for you when we have a chance. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
hell of an adrenaline high, though.
All right. So, Brooke is a lizard folk, if you haven't been able to tell. He seems like he's more like you can't quite tell if he's angry or just quiet, maybe a mixture of both, one of those things. But as for physical description wise, it's a lizard folk. I don't think anyone's ever met a lizard folk, but I could be wrong. But he's kind of short for a lizard folk. Just under 6 feet. You see his scales. They're kind of like a nice, kind of like a desert gold color with a few darker brown kind of mottled patches across them. He's actually very spiky, I guess. I don't know. You guys know what a thorny devil is? Like the wizards, thorny devils?
I do actually, yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially what he's based on, but lizard folk mode. He's definitely dressed for warmer climates. Not too much clothing, but until after he's, raided some from the bodies, because it turns out it's cold up here, and he doesn't like that. I guess in the morning, he's quick to rise, but he stays huddled close to that fire as he possibly can, trying to get warmed up. Yeah, it's kind of a off-putting sort of fellow to most of the people up here up north.
I'll let you go first.
Atlas is very, I guess, not like overly thin, but like, pretty average. Long white hair, freckles are basically decorating her face. She has a mole under her left eye. She looks very, I guess, kind of not moody exactly, but more, I guess, a little
Dour.
like she's quiet and reserved. Like she doesn't have as much energy as her sister at all. She's kind of got this like grayish black winter overcoat with white fluff on the collar and kind of going down the side, like the sides of it. And she has a bit more, I guess, fancy black clothing underneath her jacket and this little ribbon with a like blue brooch in the middle that's I guess stands out a lot against her dark clothing. Her eyes are kind of this orangish yellow color.
Don't forget the flowers.
And she has this big blue rose in the side of her hair.
And then on the other side of it is Thalia. Her hair and her eyes are quite a bit different from her twin sister. Instead of the long white hair, she has long black hair, which I think I described as having in twin braids. She's in white, bright clothing, and she's in bright blue eyes, and she is just very cheerful, chipper. And unless you knew her well, you might even call her ditzy, with how just forward and cheerful she is. And in her hair and through her braids, there's just all sorts of flowers. There's whites and pinks and yellows and blues, and it, as Eladrin, as our moons are kind of dependent on what season we are in, just to give some background info, she very much reminds anybody that looks at her of springtime, if it was a person, almost. Just with the flowers and the liveliness and everything. Compared to her very much less energetic sister, twin right now. So, yep, Eladrin in spring.
The only thing giving away that they're twins isn't even their look, it's just their moods towards each other and how they act.
And the freckles. Thalia also has the same freckles as Atlas does.
Okay. Merritt, I know we got a description from you earlier, but as you're waking up for the morning, anything different?
Nothing physically. I guess maybe. Yeah, I guess continuing the description a little bit. Clothes wise, he's kind of wearing sort of like priestly robes. I guess going with the assumption that maybe he was pulled directly from a temple or of some sorts. But I think he would have probably tried to wake up relatively earlier upon sunrise, and he's probably made his way to face north in the direction that we came and kind of doing a bit of a prayer on his own, which you guys can assume is probably just prayers for the direction of those people that we had just left. But nothing changed really with regards to physical description.
Okay. Holly.
So Holly is grumpy when she wakes up, but she has long, light blue hair, kind of like ice in a way. Her scale is really pale, or not scale. Her skin is really pale. Sorry. She is like Atlas, also a winter. Eldrin, she kind of closed off, doesn't really talk that much to people she doesn't really know. She's kind of there, vibing. But also, first waking up, she is not a morning person at all. Definitely not. But if anything, she probably would start waking up and immediately try to make breakfast for everybody if that's what's happening. But other than that, she kind of keeps to herself in certain ways.
Okay. And then, Jace.
Helps to unmute your microphone when you try and speak. People would, him being a very early riser, people sort of wake up, look at where he was laying, and there's just a divot in the snow. And you look over and he's just sat on one of the rocks off to the side. Clothing wise, it's very clearly well off. Fine clothing, very fine fur draping over the top. Seems to be dressed for battle though, even though he was being sentenced to death. And he is sat on the rock, just sort of facing slightly away, but not directly away from everyone, with a locket in his hand, just staring down it.
We'll lock it in your hand. Okay.
And you can see his face is very not tense. What's the word I'm looking for? Somber.
Somber. Okay. Each of you prepare for the day, eating. Probably a lot of silence at first. Still getting accustomed to the fact that you should have been dead but are alive. Your journey south is not along a road, but through the wilderness. I would say most of you know to stick close to the river, for the most part, as it takes you straight through Failthwin. Especially those who have been in this area before that may know that. As you guys begin to trek out into your journey, I need Jay, if you can do me a favor and roll me a d4 and tell me the number.
This is.
Jay, did you hear me? Is there an audio issue, maybe?
I do not know. I am.
I think it's camera's frozen too. It might be an internet thing. Let me get Paul. Can you roll me a d4?
I got a 4.
Okay. The group is heading south, and as they do, the snow begins to kind of lightly fall. It's not a heavy fall of snow, but there is hold on, give me 1 second. Someone said I'm quiet to them. You're still pretty quiet for me. Interesting. Can I turn it up? Probably can. I don't know if moving my mic closer makes it any different. Let's see. Go to properties. That's weird. I'm not sure if I can make it any better than it already is. It's at its highest volume right now. Wonder why it's so low.
Okay.
Testing. Let's see if that does anything better.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
Does it sound better?
Look in Roll20.
Okay, what's going on in Roll20?
I can see that maybe being an issue.
What happened?
Yeah, that's probably.
Maybe just a little.
My bad.
I don't even know. I don't even know what I missed.
Read the
I think you directed something towards me, and I think you said Jay, and I thought you were saying Jace. So my apologies.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll just call you by your character's name if that makes it better, because that could sound alike. I can see that.
Yeah, it might be for us. Yeah.
Thank you for the tip on the mic. I'm glad I was able to get it fixed. Okay. So you rolled a 4, Paul. So what that means, it's good. What you basically have done is determine what encounter I'm going to throw at you guys, because you guys are about to hit an encounter. And as you guys are heading south,
Sorry, guys.
as you guys are heading south, again, there's snow lightly kind of falling. You hear the crunch of your feet as you guys are trudging through the snow. Still pretty cold. We'll say it's like 10 in the morning. Like, you guys had a late start. You guys needed that rest. A lot of you slept in. But as you're heading south, you find this path that's kind of winding, and like there's a lot of like hills and like little rocky terrain areas that are different elevations. Some that are like 15 feet, some that are like 30 feet, some that are only 5 feet, kind of cresting and rising up. But you find like this little winding path that's going through these areas, and the trees, which are leafless, they're bare. They don't hide anything from they don't hide anything from the canopy. And above, you can see just high enough on one of the cliffs, kind of perched down, looking at you. You hear like a squawk, and you see this large, like bird-like creature, pretty proud of itself, looking down on you all, kind of tilting its head to and fro, looking at you, its eyes blinking in a certain kind of way. What looks like almost like an eagle head kind of turns into like this quadrupedal creature with large wings that kind of spread out, probably like we'll say 10 to 15 feet, give or take. And it's got like this nice slicked back, like feather style hair, sharp like beak, round eyes, claws on the front and the back. What you see staring back at you is a hippogriff. One that definitely looks hungry, to say the least. As it squawks, you can hear another one kind of fly, and its feathers kind of falling off as it's hurriedly trying to catch itself on the ice as it's starting to slip and catches itself, trying to stay upright, looking down at you. You count probably about maybe 3 of these creatures, all looking at you to make a meal of. I'll get the map ready while you guys roll initiative.
I just sort of look at all of them and it's like, well, that's...
He's- I mean, I know we gotta fight him, but
First roll of the campaign. For me, at least.
yeah, my first roll and I got a 10.
I deliberately
I mean, that's
wanted,
perfectly average.
I deliberately wanted your initiative rolls to be the first roll to see how this goes.
Okay, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing that I rolled well. Either I've used up my luck, or it's a sign of things to come.
The dice gods are not on my side today.
I help you. There you go.
Am I in the typing thing? There we go.
For those who are new
I
to
can
Roll
control
20,
those
which may be Jay, I don't know how the rest, and Moon, Jay and Moon, I don't know if anyone else is new. If you want to add your token to the initiative, if it doesn't like add it on its own, you can right-click your token, and then a drop-down menu will appear, and on that drop-down menu, you'll see Add Turn, and that'll take you to the initiative.
And then if you double-click the number, you are to the right of your initiative, you are able to edit that in. Oh. That's not very good.
Oh dear.
I think I did that.
Oh no.
You know, at some point, I gotta get all the bad rolls out of the way so I get the good rolls. So, okay, let's see how this goes.
Wait, do you have a minus initiative by chance, or did you actually just roll that back?
I rolled a 1, and I have a +1 to initiative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to tinker around to
No.
figure out this roll 20 thing. But I got a 12. That helps at all.
So, do you see your token on the map?
No, not yet.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So if you right-click that one, then it should say Add Turn as a button that comes down.
Oh.
Oh, okay, we've got to do it again.
Oh, we gotta re-add them all.
Sorry. You shouldn't have to re-add them, though. They should already still be there.
Nope.
They don't see them?
Yeah, no, they went away.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, every time I go to type it, someone moves the thing.
I know.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
And then if you
Gabs
just
is apparently
click on the
helping me
number
and doing
to the
it for
right.
me, so.
I am. I'm
you should be able
helping.
to edit.
Cool.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make myself paying attention.
Oh, I'm just after the hippogriff. Okay.
The stream can see the map, right, guys? I just want to make sure that they can see it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, currently they're on the world map.
They're on the what map?
The world map.
Are you serious?
No, I
Or
don't
is
see
it-
the world
Am
map.
I just really delayed on?
You might be
Okay.
delayed.
I
Okay,
think
yeah,
you're delayed.
I might have been really delayed.
I'm yeah, I'm seeing the map on stream.
Yeah.
The actual battle area.
I might have just been. I've refreshed now, and now I see them.
All right. Is there anyone's initiative that is not present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Does not look-
6. Looks like everyone's on there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 3 hippogriffs descend on the party, looking to make a meal out of you. Maybe you're in the middle of a migration period. You're in their path, or maybe this is their territory. Unknowns to any of you, all you know is that the only way to make it out of this is by fighting these hippogriffs. Because they, again, wanting to make a meal out of you. There's no talking them down. Starting us off is Jace. What would you like to do?
Okay. Would I have already drawn my weapons, or?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay. So, he just sort of looks up at them and just goes, "Oh, this is gonna get interesting." And he just sort of drops back towards the group a little bit, and sort of takes more of a defensive stance. And sort of looks up at the closest hippogriff group, so this one.
Okay.
And sort of reaches a hand up, the one that's holding the shield, and there is just a brief. His hand seems to almost freeze over. And I am casting Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark. Okay. I think you have access to the materials. I think you know where that's at, right, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll let you put that on there then.
And then I am going to be holding my main action for anything that gets within range of hitting. Anything that gets within melee range, I'm holding for that.
So 5 feet within 5 feet of you?
Yeah.
Okay. So holding an attack action for 5 feet with the trigger being with any enemy coming within 5 feet of you, and you casted Hunter's Mark as a bonus action on the hippogriff to the northwest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that'll do it for your turn. Paul, we are to your character followed by Moon. Moon, you're on deck.
Okay, so I guess like the moment these hippogriffs kind of show themselves, no, Bruick, he gets really excited. It's like the first time he almost seems almost alive. He quickly pulls out his bow, and he pulls an arrow and he gives it a very distinct lick, like the tip, like for some reason. And he said, thanks. And I am going to also cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
On at the bottom.
Okay.
Is there a certain way I add stuff to that?
Yeah, sure. So this is your first time using the Roll20 that I've kind of designed for
Yeah.
you. So if you go to your journal, you'll see something called animated markers. And in that folder, you'll find one that says conditions, buffs, and debuffs. And from there, you'll find a bunch of different things for you. One is being Hunter's Mark. It's all alphabetical, so you should find it in the H's. So just click and drag it to the map and then resize it to fit the token.
Okay. That bigger. It's on there. I don't want to make it bigger though.
I gotcha.
So.
I gotcha. No worries.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. And then that's a bonus action, right?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to try shooting this bad boy.
All right.
With
First
my
attack roll.
longbow. Hey guys. Let's see. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, let's see, we got. Oh wow. So 10 for the arrow. Then let's see, Hunter's Mark does.
D6.
So 10 piercing, and then the Hunter's Mark. Wow. 6 force damage.
Okay.
They're the best rolls I'm ever gonna do.
So it was 10 and a 6?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Well,
Okay. A great first strike in the campaign. An arrow, flies off towards this hippogriff, nailing it right in like this area where the shoulder kind of meets the rest of the bird. It lets out a large like squawk and starts to try to like dig it out with its beak. You've obviously irritated. It's a deep wound. That's your bonus action and your action. Any movement, or do you stay put?
He's probably just going to stay there, looking really excited.
Okay. All right. Yeah. For the rest of you, you guys see Bryu kind of take an excited stance, almost come alive for the first time that you've known him within the last, we'll say, 12 to 15 hours. We're going to come to Moon. We're going to come to Atlas with the hippogriffs on deck.
We're unmuted, by the way, just that way
Yeah,
you know.
I figured. I
Here, do you just want to use mine?
yeah, mine's lagging a bit.
Okay. You just use my mouse. You figure out where you want to go.
Okay. Gosh. This is weird.
I know.
There we go.
So right click in order to move.
There we go.
Sigh. She's not used to my computer.
Gotcha.
The hippogriff that's off to the left of us,
Yep.
The hunter's marked one.
the hunter's mark one. Can I cast entangle on that?
Entangle. Yes. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, scroll down so I can get it.
No.
I'm guessing there's a spell save for me.
Yes, look at there. So attack save is what he's looking for. So that would be the strength.
Strength 12.
All right, so let's roll a strength save for this hippogriff. With a 12 being the DC, it has rolled an 8. It fails. These vines, very surprising coming out of like this frost and earth. These deep vines kind of rooted in within the crust, reach up and begin to grab at the 4 legs of this hippogriff. And it's trying to beat its wings to fly off, but they only grow tighter and tighter the more it tries to escape.
And then do you want look scroll down and there's some bonus actions.
Yeah.
Or you can just not take a bonus action and then you can also move.
I'm not gonna do my bonus action this time around.
Okay.
And can I just move a little bit to the right?
Yep, you have 30 feet of movement. Each square is 5 feet.
Okay. Yeah. Hold on. That's one is loading. There we go. So I'm just gonna...
Oh.
That's not what I want to do.
Okay.
Sorry. It's being weird on my end.
Yeah, she's accidentally moving because of the action things. She can't grab her token.
Because of the what?
Of like his action held. It's covering up hers.
Oh, I see.
So she can't
I
move
got it. Now try.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. And I'm gonna enter it.
Okay. That'll bring us to the hippogriff's turn. We'll start with the one that's fresh and hasn't been, I guess, regarded yet. It's going to take its movement and it's going to fly as a fly speed of 60. It first kind of starts to gallop and take flight and kind of dive back down on top of Briuk. Briuk, there's going to be 2 rend attacks being made against you. Let's see how they do. The first one is going to be a 22 to hit, and the second is going to be a 19 to hit.
Those both hit.
Okay. Why did I do that? That was weird. Okay. The first one does 10 slashing. The second is going to do 6 slashing. So these 2 great, like, this one seems kind of like bigger than the rest as it comes down and swipes at you twice. You're so focused on the one that you shot the arrow at, this one almost blindsides you. And as it does, it's going to fly out of reach. It has a flyby trait, meaning that even if it leaves your vicinity, there's no attack of opportunity on your part. And it's going to fly. It's going to fly back up to where it was. This time hovering about maybe 10 feet off the snow. This one down here. I'm gonna move this off to the side real quick. Let's see, 60. This is 40. This one lands right in front of the two druids. This one right here is going to attack Thalia once and Atlas once. Okay. Thalia, a 23 to hit, and Atlas, an 8 to hit.
23 does hit.
Okay.
And so it's 8, but you have.
That does not hit.
Okay. Thalia, you take 11 slashing. Atlas, you take none. I just want to remind everyone, Paul rolled a 4. We'll just put that out there.
In other words, I just want to remind everyone, Paul's fault.
The other one,
guys.
I will say the other one is entangled, and because it's entangled, it's not much it can do in terms of getting to you guys. But it can, since it is restrained, it can take an action to make a strength check against the spell save DC, and on a success, it can free itself. So it is going to use its action to do that. So it's going to make an athletics check against that DC, which I think I remember being a 12.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That is, a dirty 20. So it doesn't waste, but it uses up its action and frees itself. I'm going to put this off to the side real quick. And as it does, it's going to kind of fly down to the back, cutting you guys' retreat. These things aren't super intelligent, but they're hunters. They're wise enough to know how to stalk their prey. So that is going to end their turn. That will bring us to Gabs with Jay on deck.
All right. Honestly, first thing I'm doing is I'm using my bonus action to cast Shillelagh, which...
Shillelagh?
Yeah, however you say it.
Yeah, it's Gaelic. It's one of those annoying languages.
Yeah, it's you gotta be creative in how you pronounce the shit out of that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those annoying Irish words where it makes no sense to have that many consonants in it.
Yeah. And it's gonna kind of sprout out over her quarterstaff and kind of be covered in, again, vines and flowers and stuff. And she's just gonna try and take it and smack her quarterstaff down as hard as she can down on the one that just hit, on the hippogriff that hit her.
Okay.
So, what? Missed my thing. That is a 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Awesome.
Just want to give a quick
And then
shout out while Gabs is calculating damage. Give a quick shout out to all the viewers who are watching. We appreciate your time. Even if you're lurking, we appreciate you. Thank you. All right, what's your damage there, Gabs?
Yep, sorry. I was trying to find my d8s. I don't know where they disappeared in there. So that's a 5.
5 damage to the one that hit you. With this one's already been weakened. You can actually see the arrow, this unique arrow that's sticking out of its chest that Bria could already slung its way. Still very stiff in its chest shoulder area. And you come down and whack it, probably as close to that wound as possible, dealing a decent amount of damage. You said 8?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay. All right. It's.
Oh wait, no, it is 8. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Because I looked at it, and I saw 8, and I was like, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought 5.
That's okay. So this thing, it's like right leg is limping. It cannot support the full weight of this hippogriff. You can see this one's very weak. That's your action. Anything else?
No, I think that'll be it.
Okay. That'll bring us to Jay with Kathy on deck.
Okay. I do have a question. Am I allowed to cast a spell as an action and a bonus action?
It's a very good question. And this is I love answering these questions. because it's a very distinct rule when it comes to spellcasting in D&D. So the way it works is you can only cast one spell a turn for an action or a bonus action, and the other one would have to be a cantrip. So, like, let's say, for example, let's say you have, I think you're a cleric, so you might have, like, what's one of the cantrips you have? I think it's, like, light or something like that. So for whatever reason...
Sacred Flame or something like that.
Sacred Flame or something like that. Let's say you cast a cantrip, and it has an action as its economy. The only thing you can do for spells is if it's a bonus action. So you can't do 2 action spells or 2 action cantrips. One has to be an action... one has to be a cantrip, one has to be a spell, action, bonus action. Does that make sense?
It does. It changes up my plan a little bit.
Yeah.
But,
The easiest way to put it is
okay.
you can only expend 1 spell slot per turn.
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
So you can use spells that don't require slots, but if it requires a slot, you can only use 1.
So we'll see how this plays out. You can correct me if I'm wrong here. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to move Merrick. Merrick was going to move up beside Briok. I understood Briok took some damage, is that right?
He did. He took a lot of damage.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, without him snapping back at me with his teeth, I'm going to touch his shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
Nice.
I think that's how that works.
That is how that works, yep.
So I believe you heal Briok for 11 damage.
All right.
11 hit points.
Cleric coming in clutch.
And I can visualize Mark kind of getting on his knees to do that. Or I guess no, he wouldn't because he's trying to touch the shoulder of a 6-foot lizard.
I was about to say.
So and then he's going to turn to.
Oh,
He disappeared from the ether, guys.
Yep. He turns, and as he turns, he just slowly.
At least he got the cure wounds in. He got the cure wounds in. That's all that really matters here.
We lost you for a second there.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yeah. We get
Now we can. Yeah, we just lost you for a second. We got that you turned, but that was as far as
I got too excited. Can I cast Sacred Flame as a cantrip then towards the hippogriff on the south?
So sacred.
Is that a bonus action?
Yeah, I was gonna say Sacred Flame. I think is an action. So the only thing you can cast now is if it's a cantrip with a casting time of a bonus action, which I don't think you have.
Gotcha, which I do not have. Okay, I'm understanding now. Perfect. Okay, so I think that's where I'll end my turn then.
Okay. Perfect. That's a great turn. Cleric coming in clutch to heal the ranger to his next to him. That's going to bring us to Kathy with Matt bringing up to the top of the initiative.
Okay, so to make sure I understand this right, I have a spell that is it's going to take a spell slot, but it's a bonus action, so I can't use a cantrip after that if it's labeled an action.
So
no, you can.
You can. So you can cast more than one spell as long as one is a cantrip and one is a spell, and they both have to follow either one's an action, one's a bonus action.
Okay, so with this, I will take the hippogriff over to the right of the map.
Okay.
I would like to cast Hex on it.
I will put it out for you since I know you're having problems.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't understand that much. So, what do I have to roll for that, or do I roll anything for Hex?
For Hex, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this centered. I don't know why it's.
You're good.
I think I made it too big.
It's just the awkward sizing.
Why is it doing that? I'll fix it. All right. So for Hex, I believe
you do not need to do anything for Hex.
Yeah, it's more on me. Whenever you attack, I think you just get to do extra damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I would like to do Toll of the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Okay, so you casted Hex, which was a spell, I believe. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And then Toll of the Dead is a cantrip.
But it's also an action, so it's action, bonus action. That's actually perfect. So that works.
Okay.
So Toll the Dead, I think, is a save on my part. Yes.
Yes, it is a wisdom save. You have to
Wisdom
beat a 12.
save. Okay, here we go. Wisdom save of
Please miss.
total of it's a high one. 21.
Yep. No. It target must succeed or take 1d8. So it's just hex at the moment.
Okay, all right. Any movement?
I will move down one right there.
Okay. Matt, where do you? With Paul on deck.
Okay. Seeing you move down a bit, he's like, oh, there's a gap now. I'm gonna go through the gap. And I'm gonna step in front of these two and go walk up to this hippogriff.
Okay.
And I am going to swing my sword. Check. Things are working. Feel like I've missed something, and nope, I haven't. Fine. So he's just gonna, as he's got the sword out, running towards it, shield in hand, shield first, flinging the sword over the top of it. Specifically, if possible, trying to maim a wing.
Okay.
My to hit is a dirty 20.
Okay, that hits.
Damage is those. That is a 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 4 force damage. So 7 slashing, 4 force damage.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you try to aim your strike at the wing, and this one, who had just freed itself from these vines, kind of rears up a little, and as it does, you clip one of the legs instead. But it does enough damage that you can see blood kind of spill on down to the ground and stain it red. That's your movement, that's your action. Anything else?
No, I'm going to be specifically staying in front of it so that it doesn't dash back to the...
Okay. That's going to bring us to Paul with Moon on deck.
Cool. So I imagine when that last hippogriff hit him, he didn't really cry out or anything. In fact, he almost kind of like smiled, I guess. Kind of ignoring the pain because he really likes fighting. So
Okay.
he is going to shoot an arrow at that bottom hippogriff again. Let's see. I got a 15 to hit.
15 to hit? That'll do it.
Okay. So that's going to be... Let me check my damage real quick. Okay, so that's going to be 9 piercing plus... Wow, 6 force again.
And you're hitting the one that you hit before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go and aim your arrow, and you catch it right at the base of its like neck as it connects to the skull, as it starts to squawk, but it can't let out any fucking noise. And it starts to thrash, and as it does, it kills over, twitching, dead.
Your hunter's mark
Definitely laughs at that.
Off right
Kind of like a crazy laugh.
All right. That's your action. I think it's a bonus action to move Hunter's Mark, yes?
I believe so.
So you can move that Hunter's Mark to the one to the north or the one to the right. Unless you want to do something else.
Let's pop it on the one that's... No, let's put it on the one that's not marked at the moment.
All right. Okay. Any movement?
Yeah, actually. He's probably going to scoot. Let's see, 5, 10. Right between them. Some of the better angle on the other one.
Okay. That'll bring us to Moon with the 2 hippogriffs next.
Sorry, I'm thinking about what I want to do over here.
Yeah, we were paying attention. She just had questions, so I was answering them.
That's okay. It's good that you're there to help her.
Yep.
First, I'm gonna use a little bit of my movement to try and get a little closer to one of the hippogriffs.
Okay. I would say the one that you're probably gonna have the easiest time getting to is north of you.
Yeah, so that one right up there. 20.
Yeah.
So that would be 20 movement. And you have more than enough for that. Yep. Do you want me to move you up?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, Gabs.
You're welcome.
And then...
Long for it.
Just a question. Would I have enough reach for the hippogriff in front of me to try and attack with my longsword?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Okay, I would like to try and attack with that.
Okay. Go ahead.
You'll roll a d20. That would. Sorry,
So-
I accidentally muted us. You'll have to repeat that.
Oh, that's an 11.
That is exactly the number you need to hit. The hippogriffs are not very hard to hit. They're pretty big. They don't have very good natural armor, so hitting them is gonna be easy. So 11 is the AC. It'd actually be hard to miss.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, what'd you get?
So it's
5.
5 slashing damage. Okay. You come in and you're using a longsword. So you come in and you kind of like almost kind of overhand come down as you slash across its chest vertically. You're seeing feathers kind of ruffle and kind of fly off as you cut and carve deep into its chest, taking 5 slashing damage. All right, that's your movement and action. Any bonus action? Did she hear me?
yeah. She
Yes.
was. I was just
Sorry.
I was explaining something else to her. Quick. Sorry, I didn't realize I had muted up
That's okay.
again.
The one that's off to the right, can I use my face step to get up to that one? And then, since mine is the winter one, if I am within 5 feet of that after my face step, before I teleport, I would like to select that one for my face step.
Well, no, before you teleport, so it'd be this one. That would be frightened.
Oh yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
the one in front of me. Sorry. Gabs is explaining stuff.
Mhm.
The one in front of me. So I want to use my face step to get up to the one on the right of me, but the one in front of me has to, before I teleport, succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me
Okay.
for
Until your next.
until
turn.
the end of my next turn.
To the end of your next turn. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. You said what kind of save? I'm sorry. I was looking-
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Wisdom. That is going to be where'd it go? A total of 8.
Sorry, we're trying to find it because it's not popping up for her on
I'm
what
going
the
to presume
thing
the
should be.
DC is probably higher than 8. Being most of them
Oh,
start
Probably.
at 8.
Yeah, most of them start at 8. Yeah.
Most of them are 8 plus proficiency bonus plus something. So I'm assuming it's probably higher than 8.
Probably. We couldn't find it, so
That's
probably higher.
That's okay. In fact, what we'll do is we'll say this is a moment where, because none of us are sure and the rules are there, but we don't have time to look at them, we can just make a calling and we can reference the rules later and like when we do like a post debrief or whatever. So let's just say obviously the hippogriff fails. So just hit me with so I get framed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that hippogriff and you're right next to it, correct?
beforehand.
Okay.
Yes,
Beforehand.
and then so it's this one right here that she would have frightened,
Oh, okay.
and she's teleporting up to this one.
Okay.
Okay,
Alright.
so yeah, it's 8 plus proficiency plus your wisdom, intelligence, or charisma you choose when you select the race.
Thank
But
you.
it does say you haven't made the choice yet, so you might have to go back and fix it.
That makes sense because I was looking at your character sheet and I was like, I don't even see this thing. But I'm sure it's
Yeah.
there. It's just like something you have to
No,
fill out. So while you guys figure that out, that's gonna bring us to the hippogriffs, and then Gabs, you're on deck after the hippogriffs. The one right in front of Matt, or I'm sorry, Jace, it's going to take 2 strikes at you because you're right there.
Yep.
And it's still, you actually have a quick second as you look to see what this hippogriff does before it rears up and tries to strike you with both of its claws. It looks to the other one, squawk, and then a squawk back, and then it continues to attack. So let's do 2 attacks on you.
Yep.
The first one is an 11 to hit, and the second is
Misses.
an 18 to hit.
Just hits.
All right, so that's gonna do 10 slashing to you.
Okay.
And then it's going to stay where it's at. Actually, hold on, let me take a look at something. Yeah, it's gonna fly out of your reach, which does not provoke an opportunity of attack because it has flyby. So it is going to move,
Okay.
and instead it's going to position itself right here where the prey is the weakest. That is going to bring us to Gabs. You're on deck with Jay coming up after that.
All
And I will
right,
be right back.
so that one's dead. Give me 1 second. I need to just double check my thing. I'm gonna use Healing Word on myself quick here. Give me a quick boost with
Okay.
my bonus as
That's-
a bonus action.
Yep, that's your bonus action. Healing word yourself.
Yep. So I'm healing myself for 5.
Okay.
There we go. Get a little bit of it back. And then I am going to... How high is this cliff right here?
About 10 feet, but it's at a slant, so it's not like straight up. You can climb up it. It's not difficult terrain.
Okay. So I went 15 feet just to get right here. And I will climb up to just behind here. With that would be all of my movement.
Okay.
And then I'm going to once again use my quarterstaff, and this time I'm behind, so I guess it seems like I'm behind the hippogriff, so I'm gonna bring it down on the maybe like a back leg or whatever of the hippogriff.
Yeah, on the hind legs. Okay. Go ahead and attempt to strike.
14 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right. And then I found my 2d8. 8. That's 10.
You said 10?
Yes.
That's enough to go ahead and you feel as soon as you hit it, you feel a crack in the back of its behind, like you broke something, and it falls down, not completely dead, but you take a quick moment to take advantage of this, and you go and step above where its head and just bash its head real quick to make sure it's put out of its misery because it was broken at this point. So you kill this hippogriff.
Okay, and then that'll be my turn.
All right. That'll bring us to Jay with Kathy on deck.
Okay. So Thalia just healed herself, right? So she's currently at 8 hit points.
Who? Oh, yes. Yeah, she got healed. I don't know how much she's at right now. Thalia, is that representative on Roll20 of your HP is at 8?
No, sorry, I forgot to change it back. I am at 13
Appreciate it.
right now. There we go. I changed it.
Okay. I think I'm going to try on something here just so I understand. So I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to use my healing word on Jace. Let me do it quick.
Yes, Healing Word, the OP healing spell. Why? Because you can do it up to 60 feet away, and it is a bonus action. So it's an OP healing spell, in my opinion. Very good one.
Yep, you can resurrect people, or not resurrect people, but get people up from being unconscious from 60 feet away
It's amazing.
with a bonus action.
And the nice thing with it, it actually doesn't use a spell slot because I took it as I guess a feature that I get with the cleric as a magic initiate. So you gain 7 hit points. I think because it was a bonus action, I can use Sacred Flame on the hippogriff.
Yes, you can. Very good.
All right, I'm getting it now. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Sacred Flame is a DC on me, or is it a roll? It's a DC, I think.
I think it's a save.
Oh, my apologies.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it looks like Dex. It says Dex 13.
Dex 13. Let's see how it does. It's a 4 total.
Oh.
So it
That's definitely
failed.
not being a 13.
It fails. Oh, okay. Well, it only takes, unfortunately, 1 radiant damage.
That's still good. That's still a damage it didn't that it should have had, but it doesn't. In fact, you're the first one to damage this hippogriff.
Oh, nice. And then I think Mara would probably use his movement to get behind Jace, so he's going to do that.
Okay, all right. In this moment and during combat, guys, the rounds have only been I think we've only had 2 or 3 rounds, which means in combat, for those who are new to D&D, only 12 to 18 seconds have passed since the start of this combat, because that's how combat works in D&D. 6-second rounds.
Each full turn is 6 seconds.
Yeah, so only about 18-ish seconds have passed, and in that 18 seconds, each of you are seeing what each of you are fully capable of. Maybe not fully, but you get a taste of what each of you can do, and maybe some of you are starting to internalize this. Maybe some of you are starting to connect the dots between what people did and their crimes when they were being condemned by the Empire to what you're doing now. And all of it's starting to kind of unfold. And with that said, we're going to roll over to Kathy.
So this is either going to make it or break it here. She is going to use Sorceress first. It's an attack roll, and I'm hoping this works. What is it, 11 to hit it, right?
11.
All right. All right. That's a 23.
That'll hit.
Now, with that, hold on. I have a d6 for the hex.
Yep.
That's 3. And then, come on. So this is the part I have a question about. If you roll an 8 on a d8 for the spell, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can, if I give 8, I can roll it one more time because my modifiers are +2, or do I get 3 if I hit 2 8s?
So, yeah, this Sorcerer's Burst is a new spell to the 2024 spells, and it's very cool. And I've had very little experience with it, so I'm gonna read up on it real quick just to refresh my memory. But
okay.
But it says if you roll an 8 on the damage, you can roll another d8 and add it to the damage. So I believe it only works. It says when you cast a spell, the maximum number of these 8s that you can add equals your spellcasting ability modifier. So that means your spellcasting ability modifier is 2. So that means you can do it up to 2 times.
Okay, well that's an 8.
If you roll an 8, and then 8, you can't do another one.
Yeah,
all right, well, let's see. The grand total. 6 plus 8.
14.
14 points of damage. 3 of those damages is necrotic. The rest of it's all cold damage.
Okay. So 14 total though, right?
Yep. Total.
Doing math on my head. All right. Your Sorcerer's Burst, is it are you casting with hands? Are you using some kind of token to cast, or what is it? How does your magic come forth?
So I believe as a warlock I have an orb or like a tome, like a spellbook, if I'm correct. Can't remember off the top of my head. Oh, well, Either one. One of them is in her hand. She's casting with the other hand.
Okay.
So she always has one hand on one of them, and it's just there you go.
Okay. So you
Real quick.
You push forth this push forth. There you go. This arcane power towards the hippogriff. And it there's like this almost invisible, intangible entity that kind of envelops the hippogriff. You can see that some of the feathers kind of wilt from the hippogriff as it squawks and starts to peck at itself, trying to stop this irritation in its body, some kind of pain that is infusing inside of it. It's weak, but it's still alive. That's your action.
Yep. Oh,
okay.
that's my bonus action.
Oh, that was your bonus action. Sorcerer's Burst was.
That was my bonus. No, that was a cantrip. So that was a cantrip.
Oh, okay.
If I'm correct, hold on.
So Sorcerer's
yeah, wait, not a bonus
Burst.
action. It's an action. Actually.
It's an action. Yeah.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Action.
So you still have a bonus action. I don't know what you can do with it, but you still have a bonus action.
I do have a bonus action, and it's already been hexed, and that's really all I can do. So I just moved up a little bit.
That's totally fine. Totally fine. All right. So in that case,
Let me go one more. There we go.
We'll move to Matt with Paul on deck. You are muted, Matt.
So the one that was Hunter's marked by me is now dead, right?
It is, yes.
Okay, so first things first, bonus action is moving my mark to the new one.
Makes sense, yep.
And then I'm going to take one step back just to get a better angle. And as I take a step back, I'm going to look down towards Mara and just, thank you. And he's going to sort of just drop the shield and let it sort of stick into the floor, point down.
Okay.
It's just kind of, it looks kind of like he's mounted it in the floor, but it's just dropped it so it got stuck. And he's going to draw the bow from his back and take one shot at the hippogriff.
Okay.
It would help if I had my character sheet back open. That's generally helpful when you want to roll dice. And that is a 12 to hit.
12 will hit.
Okay. I need d6. That is a 6. And I need another one, which is another 6. Plus 3 says 15.
So the total is 15 damage?
Yep.
All right. In typical fashion, how would you like to do this?
Purposely trying to avoid anything that would be considered a trophy. So I'm just going to try and aim for same sort of thing you would aim for like a deer. I'm aiming for just behind the elbow, sort of where the lung would be.
Okay.
He's trying to avoid ruining anything like the claws or the beak or the feathers, which would be trophy.
Okay. So in that case, you shoot, you let loose your arrow, and as it sticks, there's like this almost like sucking sound from the beak as it kind of tries to let out a squawk. And it like does like this one last rear of its legs, but it doesn't fully come down forward. Instead, it just falls back with the gravity, heavy thud, snow flying into the air. Combat is done.
So that went better than I expected.
Yeah,
Good
feel
job, guys.
neat. And without a care in the world, if you're okay with it, Fitz, Thalia's just gonna pull out her dagger and she's gonna try and start getting what she can off of these hippogriffs.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
As you start cutting, Jace can sort of raise a hand. Can you save the feathers?
It's
They
so
might
funny,
they might come in handy for the two of us. He sort of points at Briac and points back to himself. They might come in handy for arrows.
It is so funny, Matt. Because in
Hunters, this is my
you
job.
You also do this. It's so
Yeah.
funny. It's so funny. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've heard that before.
All right, Gabs, make me a nature check.
Sure thing. Oh, whoops. Wrong dice. That is a 11 plus 12. total.
12 total? Okay. There's a couple of things with that 12 that you know that you could probably do with this hippogriff. One is the pelt. It doesn't have any immediate use, but if someone's trained in leatherworkers tools, they could take the pelt and make it into a pouch. Or if you were to get someone who's really expertly crafted with leatherworks tools, like depending on the DC that I'm giving you guys, you could make it into a water skin. So like a pouch or a water skin, you can even sell these items for a small amount of coin. Again, that's for people who are trained in leatherworkers. And then other than that, there's the feathers themselves, which again don't have any immediate use, but they can be sold as trophies or be crafted using calligraphy tools. If you're trained in that, you could craft the feathers into a pen, or if you have woodcarver's tools, into arrows. Special, unique arrows. At least the tips of them, or at least like the feather at the end or whatever.
Fletching.
Yeah, fletching. There you go. That's what you can. That's what you can get. Now you can probably get for per hippogriff. There's 3 hippogriffs here. You can get at least 1 pelt from each of them, and then 1 D10 feathers from each of them.
Okay.
Do you want to roll that D10?
Yes, I will roll that. I will roll that D10. Oh, I got a 9. Sweet.
All right, so that's 9 feathers.
So, yep.
By the way, guys,
So
I am not
27.
keeping up with your inventory, so if you ask me 10 sessions from now about feathers, you're gonna have to remind me. You're just gonna have to.
Do you want that to be rolled separately per hippogriff for the feathers, or do you want to
Yes.
just take that and multiply it by 3?
Yeah, no, just roll
Okay, so
separately. Yeah.
that's 9 on 1.
Yep.
0 on one of the other ones.
Nice.
That's 10.
Oh wait, yeah, the 0 is a 10. Duh. So that's 19. And 8. Not bad.
So 27.
Pretty good.
Yeah, still 27. Like I got 9 off of each.
So sorry to interrupt my cat. It's a battery's low on earbuds.
All right.
Again?
Does
Right.
anyone other than me and Briok want any of these feathers?
Sounds like you guys have full game
Yeah,
on.
yeah, it's clear.
Oh, wait.
Why are you 2 collecting feathers? Can you fill me in on why this is so important?
Oh. And he just sort of pulls out one of the arrows from his quiver. It's for this bit, and he points at the flame back.
Ah, it's for making arrows, right? Of course.
Or for if any of them get damaged, you can just replace one. And he just sort of puts the arrow back in. That and, some people find them to be a rarity, so even just the feathers alone can be considered a trophy.
So, real quick, imagine. So once the combat is kind of over, Rio kind of looks really disappointed. Like he had a whole another arrow ready. And the friend's going, oh, dang it. Tucks it away. And he actually walks over to the hippogriff he killed.
Yep.
You see, he kind of crouches down next to it, and in Infernal says to it, "You have been bested. Perhaps next time you will look proud." But then, feathers and stuff. Very, very proud of himself. Looks pretty smug.
Okay.
So out of the 27, no one else said they wanted me. Do you want the 13 or the 14?
Is that to Gabs?
Because I'm assuming Well, I don't know. I asked, did anyone other than me and Briok want any feathers, and no one responded. So
Yeah, it sounds like it's just those. Yeah.
Yeah.
if it's just the 2 of us, do you want the 14 or do you want the 13, Briok?
I was just gonna put all the feathers in the party inventory
That works.
and the hides.
Oh yeah, I forgot they finally added a party inventory section.
Yeah, I was just gonna put them in there because
Can you put 26 in there so I can have 1?
Yeah, no problem. Whoops.
He pulls out 1 and see him just sort of tuck it into what is effectively a small journal. Sort of tucks it in between the pages and closes.
Okay.
Feathers and 26. And then 3 hides, you said, correct?
3 hides, yes.
All right.
And we'll say the process of harvesting these pieces of these hippogriffs probably take you about 30-ish to 45 minutes. I mean, the hide that you get isn't the whole thing. It's like a section of it. So it's not like super heavy or super long of a process, but it does take you about 30 to 45 minutes, which is enough time for we'll even say an hour, just so that way you guys can get a short rest in if you want to roll hit dice to recover any HP before the party moves on.
I for now.
Okay.
I am going to pass
Only
because
down.
I'm pretty well healed.
Okay.
So
And I didn't take any of that whole game. So that whole initiative.
I think I'm gonna roll one
Is there,
just to be safe.
Okay. Go ahead, Paul. What you got, Jay?
I was going to ask: is there any skill check that Mard could do to like see if he can help with patching up the wounds, or is that fall in line with like a medicine thing or no?
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to roll a medicine check, do you have a healer's kit at all in your inventory somewhere?
No.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. In terms of like the wounds, everyone, I mean, you can probably, I would say just for funsies, you can roll a medicine check, and that might give someone a free use of one of their hit die. So like Paul wants to roll one of his, so instead of expending one of his, you could roll a medicine check to see if he gets to roll it without having to spend it.
Okay, yeah. Let me try that, please.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll say the DC just above table is 10.
I think I did it.
17. Yeah, yeah. So Paul, you can roll that hit die for free. And for those watching, this is not in the rules. This is called the rule of cool. Subscribe to it. It's fun.
It's the best rule.
So it should be
It's
back
always
up
the
to
best
full.
Nice. Okay. Okay. With 3 hippogriffs dead, harvested, and everyone kind of recouped, I'm gonna come back to Jay real quick. Jay, when we started this encounter, I had Paul roll, but I was gonna have you roll. Can you do me a favor and roll a d4 for me? If it is a 4, I want you to re-roll.
Okay. A 1.
A 1. Okay. Give me 1 second.
1 second.
okay, it's been more than 1 second.
It's the same shit my daughter does, guys. It's like, hey, hey, can you give me like 1 second? I'll be with you. She's like, it's been 1 second. I'm like, oh, you're too smart for your own good.
Your second's up.
And she's only 5, so it's like I can't be mad at her. She's just 5.
That was one of my favorite things when I was younger. It's just, can you give me 1 second? 1. Okay, fine. Give me a minute. Okay, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Okay.
Your daughter's got you all figured out, Fitz.
She does. She definitely is the boss. Okay,
This is why I
so
have to check if my mum's in so she can laugh at. No, okay, yeah.
your mom did comment saying that you were a nightmare. So
Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, being called out by your mother is crazy on Twitch.
Yep.
Only here on this channel can that happen. No, okay. So you rolled a 1. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna narrate what's gonna happen. You guys rest, and you harvest and whatnot, and then you continue to set forth. Some things probably kind of replay in your head this encounter you just had, and believe it or not, despite the fact that you guys are complete strangers and have found yourselves on the wrong side of the law for good, bad, or random reasons that are in your control, out of your control, you think back and you think, man, we had some synergy there. Or maybe you reflected on that encounter and thought, holy shit, that was close. I almost bit the bullet. Or maybe you reflect on it and think, okay, that was another Tuesday. What's next? Whatever it is that you're reflecting on for yourselves, you continue off in silence. There's a brief silence, and maybe about 2 hours go by. And as it does, you come across like this area where the path starts to wind again. But this time, you still have all the different elevations and such. But this time, as it's starting to wind, you can see like a big giant hole in the ground at the bottom. There's like this frozen layer of water. And you're not sure how deep it goes underneath, but the surface is definitely frozen. It probably goes about maybe 15 to 20 feet deep at its lowest, and it's almost a sheer climb. So it's straight up and down. The hole itself is probably about at its widest, we'll say, let me measure this out. About 100 feet wide. It's a pretty big hole. It's 100 feet wide on one side and about 90 feet wide perpendicular to the other side. And the path continues on around this, so it's like a natural occurrence. It's not something man-made or created by anything. It's just kind of naturally there. But there's a moment where, as you guys are walking, the snow that's kind of falling kind of stops. And you hear like this, almost like this wind kind of pick up, and as it does, you see like these floating motes of energy kind of like dance into existence towards the party. And it's slow at first, and then it picks up a little as it's getting close to you guys, and it gets more erratic. And as it's getting more erratic, it kind of starts to fly in different directions, and that wind that you heard starts to turn into more of like a howl or a shriek, or like something trying to breathe again, like this long gasping breath, as these things kind of like fly erratically and start to shoot into the ground. And as it does, you see like these skeleton hands kind of claw out of the ground. You see a handful of skeletons kind of climb out and start to surround you guys. About, if you had to guess, probably about 8 to 10 different skeletons that kind of shoot up out of the ground just randomly. And with that is where we're going to pause for tonight until our next session. That is the encounter we'll pick up with. So for those of you who are watching, this is our session 1, Imperial Beginnings. And next week when we come back, we'll pick up with this encounter and with the arrival of the party at Failthwin, where they will continue to look for this individual Tessa, as it was described to them by Ishine of the Ebenclad. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Hopefully we see you again next week.
Bye. All right,